Chapter 6, in which a certain monkey shows what a nasty piece of work she is. New York City, one morning in late October. On Madison Street, a monkey sitting on top of her rather small boss's head is issuing orders like a field marshal. Take 2 steps. Now turn to the right. The boss turns right. Halt. The boss stops. 33 steps straight ahead. The boss walks ahead. We have already met these people, Miss Myra and Nando, all the way from sultry Tiki-Tekanonica to crisply cold New York for a highly mysterious case, as stated in the letter they received only yesterday, summoning them immediately to 1555 Fifth Avenue, Manhattan, New York City, New York, USA. Ah, cruel Myra, are you sure destiny takes us to the right path? Nando sang, doubtful of her orientation skills. The nerve! I know New York like the back of my hand. I am a New Yorker born and bred, remember? Now turn to the right, like you're told. Nando obeyed, though it was the 20th time they were going around this particular block. They had been walking there for 2 hours, during which time Miss Myra had torn apart 2 New York City maps. They've got it all wrong. She had eaten 3 chocolate donuts, and she had complained 432 times. But Nando was patient. He was convinced that finding the address they were looking for was his chance to get rid of that ridiculous singing voice. When the summons to New York City arrived by post, he knew it had to do with this particular mystery. All he needed now was to find that address. This address simply does not exist. I'm tired. I've had enough. I'm going on a strike right here, right now, Miss Myra said, very vexed, and climbed up the first tree they encountered. Nando stood and stared at her, exasperated. She shook her head at him several times, refusing to come down. But as she did that, she noticed something very unusual across the street. A tall building of a very unusual shape. They must have passed outside it at least 20 times, but from street level, they could not have seen that it was formed like 4 numbers, one on top of the other. Myra tried to read them. 1, 5, 5, 5. Whatever can that mean, she thought. She could ask Nando, of course, but she did not want him to feel useful at all after all the trouble she had taken for him. 1 plus 5 equals 6, she said to herself, counting with her fingers. 6 plus 5 equals 65? No. Let me do it all over again. 1 plus 5 equals 16? Or perhaps 1555? Miss Myra, what occupies your dear mind? None of your business, tyrant. We're late for our appointment with the Fates, Nando sang. It's your fault. If you hadn't been sending out so many bad vibes, we'd have found bloody number... What was it again? 1555. Myra's eyes shone. Nando Herrera. Ah, see? Nando Herrera? I know exactly where number 1555 is, Miss Myra cried. Nando waited, hanging on to her every word. But I'm not telling you. Na. Nando could have killed her, with pleasure at that moment. Easygoing though he was in general, there is only one way for me to tell you. Promise me you will help me get my record label deal and a cover on Vogue magazine. Plus, you'll make me 12 brand new skirts and wash my dishes 3 times a week, and it's yours. Dishes? You have no dishes. Then buy me some. What do you say? What could he say? He said yes to everything, and that included much more, because Miss Myra had additional requests. You'll also take me to Disneyland. Serve me pudding 7 days a week. We'll go to see The Sound of Music 15 times, and when we go back to Tiki-Tekanonica, you'll follow me about, holding a white lace parasol to protect me from the sun. When it was all settled, she said, Nando Herrera, are you ready? Number 1555 is right across the street. And coming down from the tree, she took up her position on top of Nando's head. 5 seconds later, they were standing in front of a silver sign that read, Betty Bloom Investigations. Let the truth blossom, 25th floor. The doorman of the building at 1555 Fifth Avenue gaped at small, suntanned Nando and haughty Miss Myra sitting on top of his head as they went through the lobby. But perhaps they were not the only strange sight he had seen that day.